I'm doing something a little different today. These are ironing boards that I made for my wife. It's kind of nice every now and then to make something for the wife when she puts up with all the other things that I build and do all the time. This is a large one to put on the table, and I've got two little ones that are portable that she can take with her. She goes to a quilting group. She can take these with her. You can also put one right next to your sewing machine. Have something close to save you some steps from going back and forth to the iron. Making these cost me almost nothing. I'm also a woodworker, so I made these from some scrap wood. These are some old cabinet doors that I salvaged, and this is just a spare piece of plywood that I had laying around. The padding here is some leftover batting from quilting. And then the only thing I did purchase was some insulation to go next to the wood called Insul-Brite, but you don't even really have to have that. All right, let's get started. So here's my sandwich kind of laid out here. I don't have the fabric on the bottom. So this is an old cabinet door. Actually, it's a 3/4 inch. It's just a piece of scrap I had laying around that's going to work well for this. So, you know, you could easily use 1/2 inch plywood for this. This is, of course, 3/4, but it's what I had laying around, so that's what I'm using. This first layer that's against the wood, because this is going to be the ironing surface here, is a material called Insul-Brite. It's made by the Warm Company. There's different ones out there that you can use. It's made for oven mitts, making oven mitts and things that need some type of thermal protection. Now, a lot of people make these and they don't put anything like that. They just put batting on there, so you know, you can do whichever you prefer. I just wanted the extra protection of that because I iron things pretty hot. So this Insul-Brite goes up against your wood. It also kind of keeps, it's not impermeable to steam, but it's got like a mylar or metal, I don't know what it is. It looks like metal, but it's probably mylar or something like that layer in there that's going to protect a little bit against the steam. It also has a reflective layer that reflects the heat. Then I've got 2 layers of cotton batting. Now, people will tell you don't use anything but 100% cotton batting. I wouldn't use polyester batting for sure, but the cotton batting, I've used 80/20, and I tested it by setting a piece of fabric on top of it, and I set an iron on cotton linen setting and let it sit on there for a minute without moving it, and it didn't change the batting in any way. So I think 80/20 is just fine. I've used that on some other ones, but this one is actually 100% cotton. So I've got those, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to staple on the batting first because I want to get it stretches, so I'm going to get it in place, and then I want to get the fabric on here really tight. So you just sort of pull this up and staple it in place. You're not really pulling it tight. You do want to make sure that your layers are nice and flat. Put a staple about every inch. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do the opposite side next. And just give it a little snug. You know, it's batting, so you can tear it. Be careful. Now on this, I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out. To make this corner, just pinch it in like that and pull up on it and twist it and lay it down like that. Doesn't matter a great deal, you just need it to be kind of tight. We'll do another one. Just kind of pinch it and pull up on it gently, twist it, and lay it down. And there you have a nice corner. Alright, so here we are after we've gotten our padding put on there, and I'm just going to trim these back a little bit. Alright, now I've cut a piece of fabric to go, this is going to be on the front of our ironing board, and this is some fabric that I had laying around. You want it to be 100% cotton and probably a denser weave than this, kind of a heavy fabric because it's going to get a lot of friction on it from all of the ironing that's going to be going onto it. But this is what I had laying around, and if it wears out, I will just put another piece on top of it. Alright, so I want to roll these raw edges under. I'm just going to finger press it. You could press it with an iron or something like that, probably better. I don't have one down here. Alright, and then I'm going to start in the middle and just pull this up and staple it. Now I want to keep that edge rolled under, and kind of pull it a little bit tight and pull it this way. I want to pull all the looseness out of it. I want to staple very close together, almost next to each other. And then go the other way. Now I'm just going to make sure that I'm nice and flat and tight. Pull that over, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. You want this fabric really tight because over time your batting is going to press down, and so you don't want this fabric to be floppy on top. This one we're going to fold it a lot like a Christmas present. Just fold it in like that. Like that. Tuck our edge. And then fold it up. Well, I want a little bit more. I want to cover all that batting. So. And there's our finished ironing board. Well, I hope that was interesting to you and gave you an idea of how you might make you an ironing board that's portable that you can take with you other places, set beside your sewing machines to save you some steps. And if you like this video, check out, I've got about 500 other videos that you might be interested in. Thank you for watching.